To lead the first session of the day, we are pleased to introduce Ms. Usha Guru, Managing Director, CITPL. A seasoned business and technology leader, Ms. Usha Guru brings rich experience in enterprise transformation, industrial automation, and digital innovation. Throughout her career, she has worked closely with organizations across industries, helping them bridge the gap between operational technology and information technology to create connected, intelligent enterprises. Her expertise spans digital manufacturing, enterprise systems integration, process optimization, and technology-led business transformation. Known for her practical, results-oriented approach, she has been instrumental in enabling organizations to leverage data, connectivity, and automation to improve efficiency, enhance visibility, and build resilient operations in an increasingly competitive business environment. In her workshop, Connected Machines, Edge-to-Edge Intelligence, Ms. Guru will explore how protocol-driven data exchange is transforming manufacturing, enabling predictive maintenance, adaptive production, real-time decision-making, and end-to-end traceability across the value chain. This promises to be a highly insightful session for anyone looking to understand how connected technologies are shaping the factories of the future. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming Ms. Usha Guru to the stage.
Morning, everyone. Well rested, fresh for the day after the day-long session yesterday. Thank you very much, IRIM, for having us. Very glad to see our name here among the four partners. Two of us from headquartered at Tamil Nadu, Chennai specifically. Both operate in Tier 2, Tier 3 towns, Zogo and Delft. Glad to be here. So thanks for the great introduction. I had a company called Kevin Infotech. We also run 3 other companies along with Kevin Infotech. We are part of Kevin Care Group. The promoters are the same. CKR is a promoter of all these 4 companies as well. HEPL is a group of BPO and KPO services. HEPL does a lot of financial services, IT infrastructure services, HR shared services. Stango is staffing on contract. Socialance is a digital marketing company, but here we are representing Kevin Infotech today. So a brief about Kevin Infotech. Kevin Infotech is a technology company. The introduction was great. We do exactly what he explained, helping businesses do digital transformation. We are 5 years into our existence, but we have the agility of a startup, but backed by a very large corporate like Kevin Care. Therefore, we have the backing of this mother company, 250 odd employees, and we already have a patent to our name. We are ISO certified, NASSCOM partner, SOC 2 certified, most importantly, and also a great place to work. We are 100% paperless. There's a huge line of internship. We hire straight from college. People are trained on the role. I'm giving you a little bit background about the company so you know who we are. 80% of our hire are freshers. We train them on the campus in order to bring them on roll. We have 50%, this has now 50% male, 50% female. So today's session is about edge computing, how traceability and all the other things that he just mentioned. So we were thinking as a group, to this audience, what will interest? What should we be talking about? We said this room is filled with all the manufacturing thought leaders, so we should talk more about what they will relate to. And therefore, we said we'll talk about those sensors, those PLC stuff that you will relate to. So we are not just a software company, we're also a hardware company. I'm going to present a very small video here. So the video you just saw, this has sensors that are fit to a kadai which operates at a very, very high temperature, or a cold chain technology machine, which operates at minus sub-zero temperatures, and a normal room temperature machines like which produces shampoo, manufactured shampoo, or an ambient and beverage and all that. Our specialty is in building sensors that can be fit across all these machines. So what does sensors do? I don't know how many of you watched this movie, Project Hail Mary. Ryan gives this Grace a voice. So these sensors give voice to all the machines. It generates those data. I'll cover the data part later, but the data thus collected, how we collect data is something we'll show you in a short while, but the data thus collected sits in a data lake. And that data is generated and actioned and processed and leadership goals are generated. So these are how all the data sources reside, and these come together in a data lake cloud. And there is a virtual layer where the data gets processed. What is this virtual layer? The data that a shift in charge needs on the floor is very different from the data that the leadership will access. So there's a whole lot of processing that happens in the virtual layer, which also conveys the role-based data access. So a shift in charge looks at that data, but a leader of the floor looks at the data that he has access to. And then there's a whole lot of dashboards that are built for the leadership, for management, for making decisions. So now we've generated the data from the sensors. We've also collected all the data and we've made those dashboards. But we also have to make intelligent inferences. We have to make meaningful decisions based on this. We've built an AI-enabled portal. It's not just an AI. This is incorporating AI into the IoT data thus collected. All of this data flows into the cloud. So we built a layer on top of it where you can natural language quiz your questions and get those answers. So all you see here, this is the dashboard. Org agents are those which are meant for the organization. Everybody in the organization uses it. So it could be like some RFP, these are general agents, but more specifically for manufacturing, it could be on a particular machine. You just go and click there and ask questions on that particular agent. My agents are those which are specific for my tasks, my processes. These are data agents. So the data, what we generated from IoT devices which went into the cloud, and these data sets are now residing on below this layer. So you can create your own agents, whatever you want to look at. What this has enabled our leaders, at least in Kevin Care manufacturing practices, people now look at machine-wise profit and loss, which means the IoT devices that we have enabled are now enabling the manufacturing leadership to look at energy consumption, water consumption, and even the casual labor management at a machine level. And therefore, all those data come and reside here. That is collected using all those IoT and image and analytics and all the casual labor management services. These are now used for a lot of things, whether it is manufacturing planning or manufacturing production shift planning or raw material ordering. Everything is very well connected. And all these are now created by the floor leadership themselves at the manufacturing layer. So this helps create your own AI agents and based on all the data that is generated. So there is no need for any analytics team intervention at all. So we talked about the IoT devices. Now, this is how we have enabled the IoT device. People think that it's a huge investment to upgrade the manufacturing plant. But what our team has done, the IoT team that's created a homegrown sensor, what they've done is upgraded the existing machines. So this is the...
Good morning. Busy day ahead. 1,850 units before 2 p.m. changeover with possible issues. Let's count on my years of proven consistent performance. Not an older system that can't retain or share operational history.
Good morning. I've evolved with the latest technology, full real-time logging, predictive diagnostics, and seamless data transfer to the central system.
Wish I could. Vision calibration drift detected. Cycle interrupted. E-stop engaged. I know exactly what the problem is. But how do I convey it clearly to my operator?
Easy, partner. The operator always reaches for that record book first. He will need to search through the history to figure out what the problem is, so you lose.
So while they check that,
Lose efficiency in production by not being connected.
So you mean your connection helps you to be healthy and efficient?
Yes.
Can you explain what is the process behind your efficiency?
My data streams to the central system in real time, where every cycle and sensor data is analyzed. This helps detect issues early, send automatic alerts, and maintain high uptime.
I wish I could operate that way too.
You can. A simple retrofit can connect you and add predictive diagnostics without replacing you.
Partner, what's happening to me?
They're fitting you with an IoT-enabled sensor. Once it's connected, you'll be able to transfer your operational data in real time, just like I do.
They already know something changed,
The moment something changes, the right people know.
so nobody has to wait until tomorrow?
Exactly. They can act immediately before a small interruption becomes major downtime.
Does everyone see the same information?
Not exactly. Everyone sees what matters to them. Maintenance sees our health. Production sees our performance. Leadership sees the bigger picture. The right insights reach the right people at the right time.
Can it even see problems before they happen?
It learns how we perform. It tracks our trends and understands our condition. That helps teams act early and plan maintenance before a breakdown happens.
So it becomes predictive instead of prospective.
Exactly.
So partner, what is all this?
ProdMax. It gives every machine a voice and every factory a heartbeat. Built inside a real factory, proven on the shop floor, ready for yours. ProdMax Connected.
so that's the platform that our manufacturing units across our factories in Assam, Haridwar use, where every user gets his own login and it's role-based. And even an age-old machine, our machines were quite old when we started fitting these sensors across those machines. So it generates data. Earlier we used to have digital logs, data logs, paper. Like I presented, we are now 100% paperless thanks to all these devices. Now it's a mobile application, so people just come in and log in and start using that. Data is collected. So we just don't do IoT, we do AIoT. There is an artificial intelligence layer that's built, with which then we build those AI agents. We went now one step and empowered those people to build their own agents so they can build whatever they want, but based on the data. The single source of data, and then all managerial discussions, decisions, and the reviews happen based on this data. So we also said that, so we've done the machine level data generation. We've also covered the analytics part, which means now we need to know where do I procure. If I scan a QR code on a particular product, I need to trace up to the raw material, and that's the traceability. With ProdMax, it's that much easier because at every step of the way we are collecting data. So this is the weighbridge at our factory.
Every shipment receives a unique digital identity. From unloading to storage, every movement is scanned and recorded. ProdMax validates the right material, the right quantity, and the right process before production begins. From warehouse to dispatch, every transfer remains completely traceable. One platform, one scan, complete visibility from gate to gate.
So this portal also enables quality teams login, planning team login, and all of them get their data. And also RM, PM to the fully finished products connectivity and the traceability is there. So we've covered data generation, we've covered the hardware part of it. Most companies who do IoT only do the software part, and they ask the client to go and procure the hardware. But what we've done for Kevin Care at least, and we've also patented it, you saw the patent, is generated our own IoT hardware as well, because that's more cost effective and it can be customized, hyper customized to that machine, because we are upgrading all the 30, 35-year-old machines. So we've customized the IoT hardware as well. Invariably, when there is a IoT process which connects to data and then analytics, ERP is also involved. So we become the one-stop shop solution because we have all these verticals within us. You just look over your shoulder and you have the ERP team, you have the IoT team, IoT hardware, IoT software. So we have one-stop shop solution. That's how we made our clients' life easy. So we also got into a little bit of immersive technology. The reason is we work extensively while I'm a business person, I pretty much am clued on to what's happening in my manufacturing floor. So we realized that training is a very, very important part of all the manufacturing processes. We deal with a lot of clients who have different kinds of training requirements. Somebody is assembling a pressure cooker, somebody is making a shampoo, somebody is assembling an automobile. So we realized that there is a certain training requirement, and I myself am from a BPO, KPO background. I used to run a lot of call centers where training process is around 21 days for a new agent who comes in, and we certify them at the end of 21 days on all that they've learned over 21 days. And then we put them on floor to handle those calls which impacts client satisfaction. But these are products which are used by the customers, and therefore the person who is going to make this is equally required to be trained. And we realized that during season, the manufacturing teams use a lot of contract laborers, casual laborers. So we've come up with a immersive training which cuts down the need for training itself by almost about 60%, because there is a virtual workbench that is assembling exactly the way you should be doing. So you just reproduce the whole thing. So this is an example of the workbench which is for an automobile. Play. Yeah. Maybe you're not seeing it the way probably the learning trainee will see it, because he's going to be wearing a virtual VR lens. So this essentially teaches them where to fix what. It even shows where you put the barcode and all of it. So it really cuts down. What we've also done for another organization is we've simply created a 3D video module for training. So they have to just play it there and reproduce the whole thing. This is essentially very useful for automobile because it's got a lot of wires and stuff like that. And imagine doing a live QC. When you're assembling it, the certification is live. So when they pick up and do something, they can be certified then and there if they reproduce the whole thing. The certification is live. It said correct part, wrong part. So the training and the certifications are concurrent here. And we also do quality check in real life environment through vision and image analytics. So if you're producing something, you saw in the FC traceability, it goes through a conveyor, and where there is an image analytics which is checking all the parts if it is complete or not incomplete, then it moves the complete ones to the right packaging row, bay, and the incomplete ones for the QC check with a human in loop. So this literally crunches the training time by at least half, if not more. we're going through an industrialization 5.2, but India is still between 3 and 4, and many organizations in 2.2. We always thought we have to work with large clients, but our chairman, he is pro MSMEs and medium scale enterprises. He keeps telling us, create those processes and products which can cater to MSMEs at a cost that is affordable. That's why we even ventured into IoT hardware. We are a one-stop shop solution. Like I said, one does not need to go to another vendor for procurement. It's not like we say, oh, go and procure there, we'll do the assembly part. Everything is done by one single cohesive unit or a cross-functional team of people. And we are happy to do a maturity audit if any of you feel so. This is our contacts. Please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you for the opportunity. Have a great rest of IRI.
Please put up your hand. The mics are ready and waiting. Right here in front. Fabulous.
Hi, this is Rinav Shah from Reliance Industries. Are your IoT devices ATEX certified?
Yes. We are certified, yes.
Okay.
I'm Rajiv Gupta from Hindware. My question is, you showed a beautiful training thing, the way it assesses the training and gives the training to the operator. Now, are these modules you teach the team how to make it by themselves, or your team makes it for the company?
So our immersive team goes and does check of what they do currently on the floor, and they recreate it for immersive training. So it's done at the back end, because you also sometimes have to see the inside. So those are things we shoot there, convert it into a virtual immersive video. So we do it at the back end.
So because we are looking at creating a dexterity center wherein we can give the training to the people before they are inducted on the shop floor. So this looks like a very promising thing which will help us to kind of train people before they land at the shop floor, which can reduce the overall cost of production by taking care of the cost of quality.
Yes. So there are 2-3 use cases I would like to talk about. One is, while doctors are trained on cadavers, nurses are not trained on people to even inject, right? So they have to understand the skin layer, how deep they have to give for a vein, how deep they have to give inside the muscle. So this helps. So we work with healthcare. CPR for safety personnel, we do this. The third one is what you said, the dexterity part, especially while assembling automobile. We're working with Hyundai. Happy to catch up with you if you want more information.
Sure, thank you.
Yeah, good morning, ma'am. This is Rajendra Kumar Pawar from Endurance. Mainly this, we have seen this immersive training. For the assembly, this is very useful. But for example, if you go to the induction for the new operators, maybe there are a lot of contract laborers. You already mentioned that point during your presentation. So is there any demonstration, means if we are given the training, so what they understood, is there any pre-post test, something we are doing this?
Yeah, so when you saw the XR workbench, they are first taught what is done, and then they do it again in a simulated environment. So they are asked, you place the barcode. If they go and place the barcode exactly where they learned earlier, it says wrong place, and then it directs them to the right place. So it's like a retraining. So the training as well as the certification happens in the same place with the retraining possibilities. You can see the video any number of times inside the machine, because you're going to be wearing those glasses, how the inside looks. It's a simulated scenario. So it's really helpful for such scenarios.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else with a question?
Thank you very much.